all. My name is Babita. I am assistant professor in MCA department at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. So today we are coming to a new lecture in the series of problem solving using C language. The today's lecture is on the basis of a array of structures, right? So basically, this concept is very important for the MCA students, MCA first year, because this course is derived from the MCA curriculum and the code is BMC 102. So let's get start the today's lecture. So first of all, we have to come to know about the array of structures. So basically, this particular topic is derived. Yeah, this particular topic is basis on the further two topics, array and structures. So the outcome of this particular lecture, we will take the recap about the array and the structure. Next, we will talk about the introduction of the array of structure, and next we will talk about the syntax. So basically, what syntax we will follow to implement the concept array of structure, and next we will talk about the memory allocation process. Yeah, how memory is allocated to the in the context of array of structures, right? And next we will talk about the accessing members. Yeah, you can say the how we can access the member of the array of structure, right? So what is the basic process and what is the basic scenario? Next we will talk about some examples, these examples based on the previous concepts, right? And last one we will talk about the some importance of the array of structures. So get started. So in the recap, we have to come to know about the what is array and what is a structure. Before going into the depth, before going into the dive of this topic, we have to know about the basic fundamental of the array and basic fundamental of the structure. Then we will cover this particular topic, because array of structure mean the array of structure, right? That means here we have a two different concept. What is an array? You have to know before dive into this topic. And what is structure, right? Then you will come to you come to know about the array and structure individually. Then you can easily conclude the concept of array of structure, right? So this is the basic recap. So let's get take a brief idea about an array and structure. So basically, what is a structure? First of all, we come to know about the array. This is the very prime concept of the C language. So basically, array is a collection of homogeneous data elements. So basically, here we have to what is the meaning of homogeneous? I am just saying कि array is a homogeneous collection of homogeneous, right? So what is the meaning of homogeneous? Homogeneous means similar type of values, similar type. Yeah, you can say the same kind of values, same type. Let's say I am just saying कि here we have a collection of numbers. So basically these numbers must be from the same type. If I am saying the numbers related to integer, that means the all numbers should be relate to the integer. Let's say 4, 48, minus 10, right? And 10. So all the numbers that we collect into this particular block should be similar type, right? So this is the meaning of the array. So array is a collection of variables of same type. It may be a integer type, it may be a float type, it may be a char type, but condition is this कि all values must be integer, all values must be float, all values must be char. This is the condition of the array, right? So this is the particular concept. So for example, just here I am taking a particular collection of students. I am taking a 50 students, right? So all the students should be a, yeah you can say, sorry यहाँ पे हम let's say we are taking roll number, so student roll numbers must be similar type like 1 2 3 4 and up to n, right? So this is the concept. Next we will talk about the structure. So here in the previous we will understand ki array is a collection of similar type, but if I am talking about the structure, so structure is a grouping of several variables of different types of data members, right? Yeah, you can say data types. It is a user defined data type, or you can implement this particular concept by using a special keyword, that is a struct keyword. Basically the struct is defined the type of the data type, right? So whenever we are deciding a, whenever we are defining a data type, you are declaring a written type, right? Just in case you are implementing structure, so how can you define the written type of the structure? So basically structure is a user defined data type, that's why we are implementing with a struct keyword, right? So here we are using a struct keyword to define a structure. So structure is a combination या collection of a different या several variables of different type. In the case of array, we have to collection of the similar type, but in the case of a structure, we have a different type of values inside a particular data structure, right? So structure. Next we will calculate how there is another difference between the structure and the array. How can we calculate the size of the structure? So basically these are the member of the structure. So all the members, yeah, all the size of the all the members of the structure will sum up, and then we will calculate the size of the structure. So this is the recap of the array and the structure. The related videos already on the YouTube channel, so you can prefer. And next we will talk about the today's topic, array of structure. So basically array of structure is simply an array. It is simply an array, but array of element, you also heard about array of number, right? So what it means? It means int let's say array size of 30. So here we have an array in which I am putting 30 elements, right? If I am declaring an array of char type, right? So basically here we have a char type array. Yeah, you can say the name 25, right? So here we have a block of memory. Yeah, you can say an array in which I am taking a character, let's say welcome, right? So here we have a array of character, array of numbers. Just similar, we have a array of structure. Let's say I am taking a structure 1, I am taking a structure 2, and I am taking a structure 3. Here we have a structure 1, here we have a structure 2, and here we have a structure 3, and up to n, right? If I combine these all structure into a single space or into a single block, then we will called as an array of structure. So this is the basic concept. So it allows you to store several structures of the same type into a single name. Yeah, you can say shared a common name. An array having a structure as its base type, right? And to create an array of structure, firstly you have to define the structure, and then you creating an array of structure that is just declared like an ordinary array. यानी कि कहने का मतलब ये है कि जब भी आप array of structure के concept को implement करते हैं, तो firstly you have to know about how to declare the structure, yeah, how to design a structure, and then you can combine or you can declare the simply an ordinary array, just like an ordinary array. So basically how can it work? We will follow the syntax. So first of all we have to use a particular keyword, that is a struct keyword, that specify we are using a particular data type, that is a structure type, right? And next we will talk about, yeah, next we will have structure name. So what is basic structure? Just for example, right? So basically student is a name of the structure, just for creating a array of structure. Next we will talk about the data member या data type member variable 1, right? Let's say I'm here defining int roll number. So roll number is nothing but it is a data member of the structure student, right? And here we have another data member, just for example name. So basically name is nothing, it is another data member variable of the structure student. So that's how we can create, yeah, we can design a structure for the student, right? Next we will talk about the actual process through which we are creating an array of structure. So here we have a struct keyword, structure name, and the array name and the size of the array. So this is the basic concept we will understand, or we already understood in the concept of the array, how to create an array. We simply just passing the array name and the size, right? So this is the similar case as an ordinary array. We just extending with this concept, struct and structure name. So how can we implement? Let's take an example and explore this particular concept. So array of structure, once you have already defined a structure, then array of structure can be defined in a similar way as in other variable, right? So here we have a struct keyword, structure name, and array name and the size. So this is the basic syntax to create a array of structure, because we are creating a array of structures. So basically in the previous slide we already come to know about how to structure create, right? How to structure create. So here we have a basic syntax in which we are using a struct keyword, then structure name, then data member 1, data member 2, data member 3, and data member up to n. And last one, you are closing a structure with a curly braces and semicolon, right? And what one question here arise here by the students, ki why we are using a semicolon at the end of the curly braces. So basically I am just explaining this particular concept, because structure is nothing but it is a user defined data types. Or as you know, whenever you are implementing a data type, every time you are enclose, yeah, you are stop a particular line. Let's say I am declaring a variable a. So int is a data type, variable name is a. So at last I am using semicolon, because this my statement is end, है ना? I am just considering this is a one statement, and this statement will complete and I will stop by using semicolon. So all this particular syntax, all this particular portion of the structure is considered into a single line, because I am just specifying the data members of the structure, right? So this is considering a single line concept. We can say the इन प्रोग्रामेटिकली हम इसको एक ही लाइन में कंसिडर कर रहे हैं, और जब हमारी एक लाइन खत्म होती है तो वी विल पुट द सेमीकोलन एट द एंड ऑफ द स्टेटमेंट, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाई वी आर यूजिंग सेमीकोलन व्हेनेवर यू आर क्लोजिंग अ स्ट्रक्चर. नेक्स्ट वी विल टॉक अबाउट द व्हाई वी नीड ऑफ द एरे ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर. लेट्स सपोज कि आपके पास मीन्स आपको 50 एम्प्लॉयज का रिकॉर्ड क्रिएट करना है, तो इसमें होगा क्या, लेट्स से कि एम्प्लॉय 1, एम्प्लॉय 2 एंड एम्प्लॉय 3, you have to design 50 different variables for 50 employees, right? Are you understanding? Let's say I'm creating a structure, and this structure is using by 50 employees, right? Structure is nothing but it is a common prototype that is shared by the all other variables, right? So here we have the requirement to create a 50 different variables for 50 employees. So what is what is the problem here? Whenever we are creating different you can say the 50 different variables, you have a lots of memory consume, right? आपके पास क्या है कि बहुत सारी मेमोरी यहाँ पे कंज्यूम होती है. तो फॉर ओवरकम या फॉर रिमूविंग दिस पर्टिकुलर problem, we need to store the data of the employee within a single name. And what is the solution of this problem? If I just want to implement this particular scenario by using a single name, I am just saying ki I only using a employee, and I have the facility to insert 50 different records here in this space. So what is the solution? The solution is this: we can define an array whose data type will be the struct, and you can say the structure, and employee, so that we will easily manageable, right? So basically what I'm doing here, I'm creating an array whose size 50 employees, yeah, whose type is a structure, or you can say the struct, and in which the size of the employee, yeah, you can say the array is 50. So that's why you are implementing this particular concept in such scenario. So let's take an example and see the exact implementation of this concept. So here we are declaring a particular, defining a particular structure in which we are using different data members, or you can say the different variables. Here we have a variable 1, but the type of the variable is char, right? Here we have a variable 2, the type of the variable is integer. Here we have a variable 3, and the type of the variable is float. So one statement will be successful. I'm just saying ki structure is a grouping of several variables of different data types. Here we have a several variable in the context, variable 1, variable 2, variable 3, and have the different types. Here, as you seen, ki all the variables have the different data types, or a different means type of values, right? Here we have a char type, integer type, and float type. So first statement will be successfully implemented by this definition, right? And last one, we are closing a structure with a semicolon. And why we are using semicolon, I've already told you, right? Next we will declare, or we will initialize the array of structure, right? So what is the basic syntax to initialize or to declared array of structure? Firstly, we are using a struct keyword, because this particular keyword define the type of the data, right? So here we have a student, and this student have the type struct, and here we have an array of student structure, that is a students, and the size of the array is 3. That means here we have a array, and in this array have a 3 different students record. Sorry, student 1, student 2, and student 3. And these particular students have a 3 different values, right? Like name, like age, and like marks. Are you getting my point? So here we have a one variable of the array as a student 1, student 2, and student 3. The size of the array is 3. So basically I am creating a 3 different blocks in the array. First block student reflecting student 1, second block reflecting student 2, and the third block reflecting student 3 record, right? And the student have a 3 different blocks in which we are declaring, we are mentioning the variable of the structure, right? So this is the basic syntax, and now we are initializing the value of these corresponding student structures, right? First of all, we are declaring name. So I am mentioning, I am putting the value of name in the first record of the student. Next we will providing age, and next we will providing the marks. So basically I am initializing a student 1, and next I am initializing a student 2 with that values, right? And next I am initializing a student 3 with that values, right? And how can we implement in the memory? How can we represent in a memory? So basically these values are storing in the memory, but in such manner, in what manner we are storing? Already we are using a concept of array, and array is a contiguous memory, or you can say the adjacent memory, right? So all blocks are aligned or adjacent with each other, because this particular index is considering index 0, and this 1, and this 3, है ना? So as you already know about the rule of the array, whenever we are representing in memory, so all blocks or all indexing should be adjacent with each other, right? So here we have a block 1, block index 0, 1 and 2. But here we have another concept, that is a padding. You are using this particular concept whenever you are implementing a structure. So padding is nothing but it is a particular block of space which is aligned with the each record of the structure. So we will talk about this topic in another video. So here we have the concept how to initialize and how to declare array of structure variable, right? Now we will talk about the how to access the array of structure elements. So basically the process will remain same as we discussed in the case of array. Here we are using the particular index values to access the array element, you can say the structure element. So we are using a particular loop for this purpose. Loop will initialize with 0, and the maximum length of this particular loop is 3, because the size of the array is 3. So first of all, int I, that is 0, that means we are at this particular index. So student %d and I plus 1. So what is this? The student %d, that means student 1, and I plus 1 is the next term. Now we are displaying the name, we are accessing the element data member of the structure is name. So how can we access? So this is the particular index A of I. What is the A of I is now? A of 0. And what is the particular value? I just want to access the name. So this is the index and this is the data member, and I just want to access, right? So this is the core concept to access the array, data member of the structure. So student of I dot name, because whenever we are accessing the data member of the structure, we are using a concept, to dot operator, you can say this operator, right? So dot operator is simply using dot, and this operator is this particular symbol. We are using this particular concept in the case of pointer, and whenever we are simply accessing the structure element, we are using simple dot operator, right? So again we are using, we are accessing the age of the student 1. So I is reflecting student 1, and after executing these statement, I will get increment that is become I plus 1. So now I is 0 plus 1, that is 1. So basically the at the 0 index student 1 is student 1 record is available. At the index 1 the student 2 record is available. So in this same manner we are accessing all the records which is mentioned in the structure, we are accessing in the same manner as the array given. So this is the concept for today's. Thank you so much.